Um, First of all, I was leaving home at a young age of 19. And once I had left home, I did not have any protection from anybody. In India, people don't go out so early when they're so young. They stay on and they're looked after. And so, since I was very pampered at home, in India there is also this thing about one child and elder son and things like that. It's nonsense, but it is there. So I was quite pampered and looked after, and my slightest wish would be fulfilled. It was a golden cage, although it was a cage made of gold. So suddenly to be on the street from that protected environment was not so easy for me. I suddenly realized that there is no father, no mother, nobody, no relatives, nobody. When I went out, it didn't strike me, but after some time it struck me. Yes, nobody. Now I'm on my own. Then I said, there is only God who can look after me. Or if I have a guru, real guru, then he will take that role. So when after all that trouble I took of walking barefoot and all that, and then on the verge of suicide, because I thought it's not working, and there's nobody now, no relatives, no friends, all alone. Better to end your life, and maybe next time I will come back in a better situation. All these things were going on in my mind. So then immediately after that, I saw him. Now the thing was that when I first saw him at the age of less than 9, I forgot that image, but his eyes were always with me. They were like haunting me, big eyes. So when I saw those eyes, I knew that it is the same person. And his response was also, oh, so you have wandered around and then come back to me. That was his response, in Hindi, of course. And then I said, I will now not leave you. I will stay with you forever. He laughed and he said, okay, we will see. And then my mind was reassured. So at that time I decided that he is my father, my mother, my friend, my everybody. There's nobody else to relate to anyway. And therefore in my life, in any situation I was, he always made sure that I did not get to a state where I would feel pained or troubled. And there are many incidents. He was always barefoot. He never wore anything, no footwear. And even in the coldest of temperatures, he wore only a small piece here of cloth, nothing else. But he made sure that I wore socks, I wore shoes. He was looking after me like a baby. Once we were going to go Gangotri, he said, where is your muffler? I said, Babaji, I don't need it. Take it, you'll need it. And cap to cover the ears. He really took care of me because he knew that from the background I came, I might get into trouble with all these things. As a guru, he taught me things which I couldn't have learned from any book. As a teacher, he was very strict. He was not like me. He was very strict. If I didn't do something, he would take me to task for it. We had to do whatever he said in a proper manner. But he's quick to forgive. And he used to always look after me in long, lonely caves we stayed. Anyway, he never slept. So he would be sitting in the mouth of the cave all the time. I have been in places where bears and leopards in the night used to wander around. No fear, because Babaji is there. I knew that nothing will come. So he looked after me. We went to, I have seen him walk on the Gangotri glacier barefoot. But he's got canvas shoes for me, brown shoes. If he asked anybody, they would give him. They considered him like God. So then he got me big socks up to here and collar and muffler and jacket and cap and everything. I was still shivering. So he said, now you see what would have happened if you, and don't imitate me, he said. I'm different, you're different, don't imitate me. This body is not the same body. Don't. And wherever I needed correction, he used to do it for me. Not only did he take care of me, he also took care of my parents who I had left behind. Because at some point he said, now you go back. Your mother is very ill, go back. So I said, okay. Really, you're serious? Because they won't let me come back. He said, no, you go now. And he said she is very ill. So I decided to go. He said, go cut your hair. Why? Don't go like this. Long hair I used to tie up. And I had this kundalis here. He said, take everything off, put it into the Ganga, go to the barber, get it. Your mother will probably get a heart attack. She saw you like this. So he looked after me and he looked after everybody. So he was like everything to me. I owe my knowledge, my understanding, my touching the divine, my body, my mind, everything I owe to his protection. You see, it was not an invisible one, he was right there. Till he left, he was there. So I could relate to him in many ways.